Hi, this is Jeff's Used Appliances, and now we've got some earbuds. Now, as I say on these vids, this is people unbox things, this is unboxing. They take the top off the box and they open it and they show what's inside. The earbuds are already in here, I've taken them out before. And they do, oh, isn't this lovely and pretty and everything else. But that means nothing, because you got no guarantee that in a week they're going to be working. Now this set of pods, they cost about €15, right? They're not expensive. They've got a nice name. I'm doing this without, right? They've got a nice name on them, and basically this is the details. They sell these in a lot of places where they also sell ridiculously expensive items that literally are no better. Right, now this, I want you to see the whole, the details on this so that you can find them, buy them, right? And as I say, they don't cost much at all, about €15. I live in southern Spain, right? Now, what you get for your €15 is these, right? Now, they've got two contacts there. They go into charge, right? And as you notice, do you see that? They've got a magnetic holder, so you can't flick them out, but they won't fall out. Even this shuts tightly at the merest. Yeah. Now, again, USB charger there, and there's little lights, because when you charge this, the little lights come on. These have got little lights, and of course, when you look in, you'll see a blue light, and each phone will be red as it charges. The button on the side is a fairly standard. When you put them in your ears, they fit nice and they don't fall out. I went on building site, and we're jumping around, we're jumping down things where they get dropped. Now the point is, the actual system, there's one thing wrong with these that you have to look at before you use them, and that's this here has got a tiny little joint on it, right? And it's pretty common. You drop your earbuds, and then when they hit the deck, this bit comes off, the battery falls out, and they never really go together properly. So before you use these, and I recommend this with even good, I say good ones, I mean expensive ones, you pop this open, which is not difficult, or just before popping them open, just put a little bit of super glue just on this here. You're not going to notice it, but you can feel the edge just there, you can hear it. Now, you've got to do that because if they hit the deck, they will pop apart. And I've seen this with expensive items that are, 100, €200. Now, the reason is this here, you can see. Now this, let's take this out of the way. This is the same. Now you can see the blue lights on because this side is charging. You notice that it's the same unit, right? Let's get this one out. These are essentially as identical as they get. You know what I mean? There's, apart from the fact that the grill's missing out, that it fell out, and if we turn them that way up, they are essentially identical. Now, which one's which? Hold on a sec. This is the old one. Right, now let's put these away. It comes, of course, with a USB charger. This thing, it comes with not a charger rather, a USB cable, micro USB, and blah blah blah. Now, I'm going to put this box on because I bought these because these here, I bought new ones in case I break this one, because I had two, obviously. One of them dropped on the floor and it broke and I glued it. Now I've had these for about 2 years. I use it or them every day without fail. I can't think there's a day in the last 2 years where what I used to do is on a building site, you don't really want to be wearing earphones because you can't hear things like somebody who shouts at you, falling brick. Right? So you don't want that. So what is to do is use one, and these will last about 4 hours. If you use them as just listening on phone calls and you don't use them constantly, I like to listen to things on my phone. I tend to listen to audio books and things. Now these will work for about 4 hours, right? Which is pretty damn good. I tend to turn the volume down. Well, there is no volume on these. It's the volumes on the phone. This is just, you press the button and it answers a phone call. You press it again, it hangs up. You hold the button in and it starts. You can see the little red light there. It's still not quite charged. And if you look inside, you'll see the slight red and blue glow. Now, the thing is, this, as I say, I used to wear these on a building site. This has been in a concrete mixer a couple of times. I've showered with it on and suddenly realised, I've took it out when I'm full of suds, and I basically give it a rinse under the tap, under just the cold tap, and let them dry out. Give it a shake and let it dry out. This used to have a little thing on it, but it broke, because as I say, there's the USB charging port. These are about 2 years old. Why made a dreadful mistake is when I dropped this one, it broke open and I thought, well, I'm going to get some new ones. And I chucked it in the bin instead of sticking it. I mean, it had already been taken apart and glued together, right? But you can only drop them so many times before they're going to open again. See what I mean? And working on a building site, I would say this has been dropped on the floor. Like I said, it's been glued, which is really important. I would say this has been dropped on the floor at least 100 to 120, maybe even more times. It's hit the deck constantly when I'm wearing it, because when I'm on a site they fall. It's falling from a scaffolding where it's 2 floors up, and my problem isn't so much that it breaks. My problem has always been finding it. Luckily they're quite nice and white. So this simple cheapy €15 unit, get this. You can see the details on them on the box. I've tried to let you see the model number and everything else. When you pair these, they pair easy peasy. You just put them in a phone, it comes up with a number, and in my case it's about, just pause. God, I'm an idiot at times. I'm just looking, because if I look on Bluetooth on my phone, is that still working? Yeah. I was just going to look on my phone, because where you look for Bluetooth, it'll give you a number. It's a 15, it's a 6-digit number, I can't remember. But it's on, when you plug them in, you'll find it. So my opinion of these, as Jeff's used appliances, is these are brilliant. You know what I mean? They really, really are good. They're loud enough to hear. The battery lasts for ages. I used to take one, use it for 4 hours or thereabouts, and when it said battery low, I used to pop it in, take the other one out and put it in my ear. So I always had one. So if anybody phone called me and I was up on a scaffolding, I didn't need to come down or get my phone out of my pocket with dirty, cementy or painty hands, because obviously if you touch your phone when you've got sticky chemical, paint, cement and everything, it's not going to do it any favours. So there you go. This is just a name that they give them, but it's more the model you need to look out for. But they sell them in places like, I bought these from Alcampo in Motril. I live in southern Spain, so this was Alcampo, which is a French company, which you've got big hypermarket type of things, supermarkets, grand biggies, in Motril in southern Spain. It cost me €15, but they are absolutely brilliant. So I'd recommend them to anybody, and that's why I bought these, which I bought about 6 months ago, because I knew that if I lost this one or broke it or I stood on it, which I've done a couple of times, luckily without shoes on, when I've dropped it, the problem with all these things is when you want a new lot, you go to the shops and they haven't got this. They've only got the, you know, the ones that cost 80, 90, 100 euros. Well, I'm not paying that. You know, not for a set of. I look at these and then I look at a set of Apple ones, and there is nowhere along the line that I can see that the Apple ones are worth like $220, $230 more than this. Because again, what I didn't mention is in this little box, you've got so many amp hour battery, which is on here somewhere, right? And that battery will charge these twice, or charge them once, and then once you run them down, you'll get another charge out of them. Just about, you know. Let's not be too get too carried away, but good enough. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you can. I mean, I can't actually get a subscribe button under the video. I don't know why. But Jeff's Used Appliances, and I'll keep them coming. Alright? See you later then. Bye.